How's it going, gamer? You got Hands here, and today in Dauntless we're going over a Iceborne build for Malkarion's weapons. Yes, in this video I am using the strikers, but this build will work for all of the weapons that he has. I do go over a few variations for the build depending on what weapon you're using if you choose not to use the strikers, so stay tuned for that, gamer. In this video you see me just going ham, and I'm getting actually hit a few times so I can show you the amount of healing we're getting, not to mention the amount of damage we're doing. I destroy this heroic Kashai in under 2 minutes with this build, so you can definitely say that this build is effective and will work. Hey gamer, if you like this video and you want to see more, please don't hesitate to hit that subscribe button and click on that bell for notifications so we can stay together as a crew. And hey, I definitely would appreciate it if you could send a link to your friends and let them know what I got going on here. So turn on your system, grab your Malkarion weapons, and let's get ready. We're about to get in this video right now, y'all. What's up, gamers? We got another Iceborne build that we'll be throwing in your face today. This is really awesome. It's Malkarion's weapons. Yes, I'm using the strikers, but technically you could use this build for all of his weapons. And yes, some weapons would need certain variations on this build, like for example, maybe use Energize instead of Zeal for chain blades and the sword, or other things like that for that build. But anyways, let's hop into it so you can see what we're working with. First, you want Mistral Currents Malkarion strikers, or these weapons in generals. They're pretty dope. And hey, don't forget about the legendary abilities. Sometimes I do, sometimes we all do. You're going to want to put 2 Iceborne cells in there. That's what's great about these prismatic cells. And then for the strikers, if you're using them, I prefer Titan's Crash and Psychonic Strike Plate. And we're going to bond it to Thundering Bolts. That has an etheric attunement in, and don't forget it does plus 30% damage versus behemoth heads. So try to take that into factor when you're actually fighting the behemoth, and go ahead and go for his head first so you can get that extra damage in. For the headpiece, we're using Helion's Hell Plate. That has a Rage Hunter, and we're going to put a Wild Frenzy cell in there. For the chest piece, that's Shrouds, and that it has a Rage, and we're going to put a Discipline cell in there. Gotta have Discipline, it's dope. And the next is Gnasher's Grips. That has a Rage Hunter, and we're going to put an Overpower cell in that one. And for the feet, that's Charog's Volcanic Treads. That has a Rage, and we're going to put an Overpower cell. And for the Lantern, I'm using the Strikers, so therefore I want a little bit more damage because they're that epic. And I'm using Drask's Eye and Zeal to top off that damage. But remember, like I said, if you choose to use this build with other things like the sword or the chain blades, maybe switch the Lantern out if you don't want this extra damage for maybe Ember Mange or Strikes. And you can definitely put an Energized in there. But remember, this is all up to you and how your playstyle is and what you choose to do, and also what weapon you choose to use. And for the tonics, I really like to use Blitz, Frenzy, and a Soul Tonic. They really get you that nice boost of attack speed and damage that you need if you're doing a lot of in-game playing or in trials or something. So all in all, what we got going on is the Iceborne. That's why we're all here. You know what that is. That is awesome. And then next we have Overpower at plus 6. That's 60% damage versus Staggered Behemoths. And they will be laying on the ground. The parts will be breaking just like you saw. So this procs a lot. And Rage, that's 25% damage all the time because we're utilizing Discipline. And then Rage Hunter, that's 40% extra damage while they're in Rage, which is really nice as well. Etheric Attunement comes from using the bond on the weapon, and we're going to keep that at a plus 3 for the 20% Lantern Charge attacks because I'm also using Zeal. If you choose to not use Zeal, if you don't have it, definitely put another Etheric Attunement on there to get that at 6. Or use something like I suggested earlier, like Energized or maybe Conduit, but that's all up to you. And then next we have Discipline. That's keeping us at half health so we can utilize Wild Frenzy and Rage effectively and consistently, all the while healing all the time from Iceborne. And then Wild Frenzy is a plus 12.5% increased attack speed, which is really significant. I mean, the strikers already attack crazy fast, but this definitely helps. And then Zeal, we just talked about that a few times. That's a plus 35% Lantern Tap ability effectiveness. So that's boosting the damage from Drask's Lantern Tap, which is very significant. I mean, you saw how much damage this build was doing. And it's crazy because it also has Iceborne. I mean, that is dope. It is awesome. I love this build, and I hope y'all love it too. Alright gamer, that's all I got for you today. Hey, I hope you enjoyed this build like I do because it goes hard, man. As you can see, it is epic and it is fun. And don't forget to use your legendary ability. It interrupts behemoths like Skarn in the beginning when he does his tornado attack. And it does other cool stuff too, so don't forget to join us on Discord and hit me up on Instagram and on Twitter and throw a comment down below if you want to talk about something. This is Hans signing out. Peace, y'all!